Hey guys, it's Scully Satie. Thanks for keeping up with me and watching my impromptu video today. So I just wanted to jump on here in light of my personal recent experiences and also talking with fellow readers and my clients and just seeing that there is a particular dangerous theme going on now around people, and I feel like it's important to really address this because I think that it definitely has some ill effects on people trying to get forward, get ahead in life, trying to progress with where they're at now. And I feel like this has to do with support and lack of support, from people. I feel like we're in a time now where a lot of us have awakened and we have been taking a huge look at our life, a very detailed look at our lives, and we've been really thinking about changes that we need to make in order to follow joy, to have our joy, to be able to not just survive, but rather live in joy, right? What makes us happy. And I feel like what this has done is this has prompted a lot of people, a lot of us to, basically start to rethink all these major decisions, all these things that we thought were our way for the longest time. I'm getting a lot of people, considering divorce, getting a lot of people considering career changes from careers that they've been in for years and years and years. Out of state moves, out of country moves, you know what I mean? Like, these are big, big things that really affect all different aspects of your life. And, it's really courageous and it's really self-aware to be able to wake up one day and take a look at ourselves, because that's where it starts, and say, I'm not really feeling joyful. I'm feeling like I'm muddling through life. I'm feeling like I am, just living day to day, and I'm not really looking forward to, years ahead of me, right? And I think what that's done is it helps us to take a look at what we can change around us, what decisions we can make as individuals to be able to align with the path that will best bring us the joy that we're, starting to seek. And so that whole thing in itself is a huge, huge life-changing event, right? Which is scary in itself. Like, that is something that takes a lot of courage, a lot of self-awareness, a lot of work to come up with, to be able to start formulating a plan of the decisions that we need to make to be able to manifest the life and the joy that we desire, right? So that's huge within itself. And it is fantastic when we have like a soul tribe and we have a big support system of, people around us that are there to be able to say to us, this is awesome, you're doing the right thing, yeah, I'm so proud of you, you need to put yourself first for once. These types of things that make us feel validated, from outside of ourselves, right? And that's fantastic if you have that. That's great. I don't know what I would do without my soul tribe. Holla to my soul tribe. But, a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that. Or they have false support systems. In other words, the whole narcissist empath type relationship where you will have people around you that you will only hear from if they want something from you, or if they know that they could get something, from your particular persona, right? If you're a generous person and let's say you're a great cook, hey man, I don't have any money. They're coming over and they're eating at your place. You know what I mean? And that's the only time that you see them. So, those types of people that are very self-serving, they're very narcissistic, they're very egotistical, and they're ones generally that have no idea what reciprocity is, right? They don't know how to give and receive. They just know how to take, right? So, if that's the type of people that you have around you and you don't have like a solid, support system, I would suggest that you start seeking that out, start, trying to join groups or events where you can, meet people of like mind that will give you that, okay? But as well as I do, that all starts within. So it all starts with that seed within us to say, there are changes that I need to make. There are things that I'm doing that I've decided that I'm no longer happy with. They no longer align with my path to joy. So, that it starts with that. And it's great when we have a support system, right? It's fantastic. What sucks though is that, there are going to be a lot of people that are on the opposite end of that. You're going to have people that are going to prove themselves as obstacles to your path to happiness, okay? And again, just from my own recent experiences, starting up this YouTube channel and dealing with fellow readers that are dealing with, types of trolls that get on their pages and their YouTube channel and just will tear them apart for no reason. To the local community where people that maybe you thought were your friends, or you thought because they were fellow, whatever, that they would support you, because it'd be nice if humans can do that with each other, right? Like that's very, that's a warm thought to think about, to think about that. But unfortunately, what we're going to be running into are people that I call them obstacles. They're basically like, a large rock in the road on your path, right? And they're gonna try to stop us from being able to lead the life that we know that we're supposed to lead, to follow our calling. And that comes from their lack of effort, right? That comes from them not having that kind of courage within themselves or drive within themselves to try to focus on their particular gifts and what they can contribute to the world. So what they do instead is they are the obstacle towards people like us who are trying to move forward. So it's hard sometimes to be able to be the bigger person and basically like step over these obstacles on your path. But that is what you have to do sometimes. And what that does is it helps you develop a thicker skin. Because there's always going to be people like this. It sucks. That's the way it is. Humans are naturally competitive creatures. And with the way the world is, in terms of consumerism and greed and want, have, it just creates this imbalance where, people aren't just going to normally offer you support and offer you help. It's typically, that's off right now, that's why it's important to have people around you that are supportive, but not everybody can have that. So, and it's really disheartening at times. It's really sad, to see how people, instead of giving a simple word of encouragement or even pressing the like button on a Facebook post, that they just refuse to do stuff like that. They just refuse because they're not going to offer any kind of encouragement. And, I think it's up to us, if we're really seeking this joy, really seeking this life that we want to manifest for ourselves. It's going to take us to be like, I see what your motivation is. I consider the source. I see that you're not doing anything that, you could be doing to make yourself better. And you have to consider that, because it's typically these types of poisonous people that will try to stand in the way of people just trying to go on their path. So it's a dangerous thing that's going on right now. And I felt the need, like I needed to come out on here because of my own personal experiences and because of just talking with other people, just to address it and just to kind of give you guys that are, resonating with this, the encouragement that your path is your own. And, people that aren't going to support you, or people that are going to try to pull you down in some way, pull you down to their level, they are not worth your time. They are not worth your consideration, and they're definitely not worth your energy. And this is really just a decision on your part to be able to stand your ground and say, I deserve happiness. I deserve to follow what I want to follow. And as long as I'm not trying to hurt other people, nobody can keep me from that. Nobody should be able to keep me from that. And it's hard not to get angry at these types of obstacles. And it's hard not to want to get down to their level and, and do the types of things that they want to do. But that really will bring you nothing in exchange. You know what I mean? So, and it'll just keep that foul exchange going. So what's important to do is just to be able to see what their motivation is, see what your motivation is, and cut them out of the equation. Okay? And that's why I felt like this is really important for me to come on here and just go over this with you guys, because, this has been something that sometimes, it makes me a little bit sad to see how people are towards each other. on a consistent basis. And it really reminds me of how grateful I am to have other beautiful people around me who are just happy to offer that kind of support to everybody. And again, you don't need support from outside people to be great and to go on your path. You know what I mean? And this is really just about you to be able to see that the ones that are going to try to stand in your way, the ones that are going to try to plant those seeds of doubt that you can't do this, you shouldn't be doing this, you know, it's not right, or it's hurting other people, you know, things like that. It's really up to you to be able to really look at it logically and really compare that with how your heart feels and where your soul is, and to be able to push forward, you know, and also to be able to use these types of incidents to be able to fuel your fire, you know, light your passion. Let this kindling, because that's all it is. It's not anything that's really major unless you allow it to be, okay? It's all like small scale stuff that these people try to do. So just take that negative energy, put that in your internal fire, and go forward, because nobody can stop you but you, you know, and that's why it's important for you to recognize what people are trying to do so that you can cut them out and just refocus on what you're supposed to be refocusing on, because we're all meant to be great. We all have gifts that we're supposed to be offering this world. And, you know, you will find that the people that consistently want to cause harm to other people are really not contributing anything besides that dark that we have to go through to be able to see this light, to enjoy it, and to be able to want to live completely within that light, you know, from overcoming that darkness that they dwell in, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I was called to do it. I just felt like I needed to get on here and I needed to address this. I needed to just kind of talk it out with you guys and provide the encouragement for people that are experiencing this kind of opposition, to be able to let you guys know, like, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. As long as you're not hurting people, as long as you're not using other people to get where you're going, you have every right in the world to be able to continue on your path towards joy. We're all supposed to be joyful. And if we all just followed our own paths and we all just gave into our gifts and you know, offered what we're supposed to, this world would be a much better place. But unfortunately, because we are going to have these obstacles, you have to be strong within yourself, with or without a support system. You know what I mean? It all starts within. And if you just hold on to that belief that you deserve joy, you deserve to be happy, these types of small obstacles, you're just going to leave them behind, because you're just going to be going so forward on your path. You're going to just be, you know, floating on down your path with joy, that these types of people, they won't even be able to catch up with you. Because remember, they're stuck. They're keeping themselves stuck. They're that bump in the road that we can easily get over. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. And I will definitely be back with you guys soon for the mid-month zodiac readings for the second half of April. And yeah, let me know how you guys feel. Feel free to leave comments for me, except the trolls. Don't be on my page. Don't be on my channel, because you won't be posted. I'm not going to give you any energy, just like I won't give other people energy that are trying to stand in my path. So I hope that inspires you guys to do the same. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.